not like your kids who, have been doing thousands of these kinds of shows. A lot of you had never done one of these in your life. And some of you have had some experience, which definitely shows, but everybody grew. So it was just really an amazing time for me to watch you. Every one of you grew in a different way. So, and there's so much to say about everybody and their funniness. And I just can't, the funniest experience for me was when Josh was in the graveyard. And he started to talk about Simon Stimson.
Oh.
How Simon Stimson had just a terrible life. Thinking, oh, please say something. And what's really adorable is he's just sitting there talking with a straight face, and in his head he's like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, I don't know how to get out of this. All of the fun, I was trying to show them how to hold hands, and I was explaining how he just takes his hand and he puts his hand and he's looking at his own hands, and he's going. She has these eyes, and she just turns her head slowly every time he goes. And then turns back. I go, what am I supposed to do?
If you choose to pursue acting, we'll all be so proud of you. But I think I can speak on behalf of the whole, I can speak for the whole cast when I say that we hope you all choose to go to school for Stego Agriculture.
I must say, I've seen so much growth in all three of them. But they play Emily completely differently. They don't play her the same way. The scene where it shows the most is I'm not mad at you. Why are you mad at me? I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. And you're, I'm not mad at you. And you're, I'm not mad at you. And that's very different, I'm not mad at you. And you're going to have to call each other and see how your I'm not mad at you works. They made everybody cry, and each one of them did it in a different way. Those twinkly eyes, they're like little tears, like right in the edge of their eyes. And every night it was a joy to watch. It's like you just never knew. It's just like a new, and also the thing I loved is, I think I'm going to try a little more of this tonight. I think I'm going to do this. And that's really what this was about. This was a growing experience. This wasn't just to stay stagnant. I love the fact that none of them are 40 years old. None of them have children. None of them have all that experience. Yet they took it from other people. And you actually look like moms. And your movements were great. The way that you spoke was great. Your pauses were great. Each one of you grew in a different way. We were pleased to watch you. I have to say, I just couldn't wait. Okay, now they're going to do it. I have to go back and I have to go watch because I had a lot of other things that I had to do. But I just couldn't keep my eyes off of any of you. You're absolutely wonderful. We cannot say in any way, shape, or form that Nathaniel Parsons doesn't love the stage. Nathaniel loves being on stage. He knows how to get a laugh. He knows how to make it work. He knows how long to keep the audience. But that one time when you guys waited for Editor Webb for about 45 years. Like, we're like, I'm thinking, he's not back there. I don't know what we're going to do. Something will happen. But they just wanted to make sure that Editor Webb was properly introduced for being late. But all of what you did was very, very difficult. I just didn't want to tell you. But some nights, Jordan just would talk all over the place about the lives of everyone. And his voice is quite charming. You can't, when he speaks, my favorite is when he says, that's a beautiful moon. Yep.
We had a Polish fella froze in the the beach.
Remember when I changed that line every night. I never learned it.
Clint brought his own special, the ice cream scene between the two of them, adorable ice cream scene. They both did it beautifully. When they wore their little hats and was a little woman. So he puts the hat on and he's sitting over there futzing with the hat, and I'm a nervous wreck and I'm going, what is Nathaniel doing with that hat? He has it down here. I didn't know how to put it on. Pushing it down. I'm going, why are you doing that? Just put it on your head and say the line. And you can tell he doesn't know how to put it on. He's like, so later I go, Nathaniel, what were you doing with that? He said, I don't know how to put it on. So ridiculous. But it was very funny.
Yeah, Bessie!
Well, yes.
Shut up, Bessie!
Just to
That was
pick on
fun.
him for just a minute. I usually do his hair before every show, and he'll sit there and he'll go, you know, what if I just didn't go? Do I have to do the show today? If I put my costume on you, Haley, do you think that you could just do it? I'm not going on. Jordan, you have to go. Jordan, go on.
I'm always curious how the show would turn out.
I'm just not going to go.
Well, that would be very
We'll see
interesting.
what happens.
Thank you so much for being so wonderful. They had very different interpretations. Very different interpretations of Mr. Webb. I think the thing I loved about Josh was the faces. He just like was in it like, and he wasn't rushed, he wasn't worried. And some of like there were just really great moments with he and Carly. Carly put her hand on his shoulder and look up at him, and he's like, "Well, then you stay down here with it." And it was so believable. You were so articulate. I did not want to mess with you. It's like you came into the house and you knew a few things. You told him a few things, and I believed you. And your different approaches were just wonderful. And he has grown in his abilities so much in the last year. I don't know if he's played some really difficult parts. I wanted you to have the opportunity to really get into that part, and you really, really did. So he had 3 different wives. One night it got a little scary. And well, look what's happened to me. And I do say now this is okay. This is just because it's Jack's sense of humor. He walked in the other room and he goes, "Oh, Dr. Gibbs is a player." And it was just fun to watch them grow every night. And Alicia, when you say the line about George wearing those galoshes over to the other person's house and then explaining to him how as long as he lives in your house, he's going to follow your rules. I know somebody else who talks just like that. And Zoe had a quieter approach. She, it's always, I think, first part where she spoke a lot. You spoke a lot. You just couldn't, you just kept speaking. And I think you had a little bit of a southern accent. It sounded like a little bit of a southern accent going on, which, we just pretend like that's good. And it was. And it worked for her. And her growth was huge. And we have Bree, who's just Bree.
Okay, we're good. We're gonna go home now.
And she's young and she's got a lot of years to go, and we will find lots of things for her to do. And she's fearless in her approach. And so it was really fun to see them all do all those different things. And they're just priceless. I mean, priceless. When they're talking about, how they first got married and when he says that, but I had never seen you before. And their faces, it's just like watching this little old married couple. It's just, they did, and Rachel was just always willing to just be there, to come out, to change clothes, to do different kinds of things. They all did a very nice job of representing those fun people. Thank you so much. Mrs. Soames, she's quite the character. I love Carly's walk. Carly's like,
Her sass.
I'm out of here. And I love Alicia's accent.
All 7
Every night when she was Mrs. Soames, I thought, where will she be from tonight? And what and I love her prissiness. She was our prissy Mrs. Soames. Well, And we all, through the years, we all know those people. They may be toned down, but it's you guys. And thank you so much for making this show. They all portray different kinds of people. And we just are Mrs. Steve Urkel. I don't know what she was doing, but it was this Urkelish kind of approach. And she's such the ham. I can't lie. Last night she walks outside, she looks at me, she goes, "I killed it." And I'm just like, and everybody was laughing. And this is a dainty professor. She's like happy. And, hello, how are you all? Very cute with her little hat, And this is our very knowledgeable, smart person.
I'm not funny. Attitude. No, you have attitude. I'm not funny.
We like her, don't we? We like
No,
her. brilliantly, all three of them. They did a very nice job. They all made me cry. I mean, who doesn't cry when they lay down on their wife's grave and sob? You stop. It's just a great role. It's a great role. It's a great growth role, and you actually grow up in it, and you watch them grow up, and they all played very different kinds of Georges, and we enjoyed them all very much. Thank you so much.